Welcome back. It's proof there's a national day for just about everything. In case it's not written on your calendar, don't know if it is for you, it is National Show and Tell Day at work. Very unique. The Jason Show staff has been doing show and tell for months now. It began actually during our, I think right before our quarantine shows. So of course we had to celebrate today. I mean, hello, it's tailor-made for us. Give it up. Here's our stars. Give it up for Kendall, producer Ted, and the grand poobah himself, our dear leader, executive producer Jeff. Good morning, stars.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now today we're going to mix it up as far as who goes first and blah, blah, blah. Ladies first today. So Kendall, you are up. Oh my, I didn't even look down and now I have. Kendall, show and tell us.
Okay, Chris, are you ready? This is my fish, okay? So this fish, it's made out of palm. It's not bark, but they have something else with their trees. Anyway, really lightweight, really weird looking, right? Like, why would I bring this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of guys. Am I alone? We're all kind of wondering. Yeah.
Okay, so this fish has a fun story that accompanies it. I got it in Europe, in Croatia. We gone there for our honeymoon. We went to Germany to visit some friends, then we went to Croatia with them, then we went to Italy. So I was picking up tchotchkes like along the way, little trinkets. This is super lightweight, so I thought, oh, this is fun, I'm gonna go there. So if we can pull up that first picture, Leo, this is me in Croatia having a drink at this really awesome restaurant that we'd heard about and read all about in Dubrovnik in the walled city. Having a drink, really enjoying my time, go and buy this weird tchotchke because I've had a couple glasses of wine, order some mussels at this famous restaurant, and then notice some birds. Next photo. Pigeons, they're just sitting there in this little area, and I'm like, oh, cute. Now, I should have noticed right around... They're cute.
No, pigeons are never cute.
Whatever,
Rats
it's like
with
a
wings.
romantic walled city. Let me get to the meat of this.
Romantic.
Rats with
So-
wings.
I'm like, you can keep it here, Leo. I'm like, oh, this is fun, blah, 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 just talking. You start to notice all the locals are starting to leave this little square, and I'm like, oh, it must just be wrapping up lunchtime. I don't know. All of a sudden, it's because this woman has walked out, and she throws birdseed like Home Alone 2.
No.
No.
The amount of pigeons that descended on the square was like the apocalypse. I dove under the table, grabbed my wine. This might have bird
Save
poop
the
on it
wine.
still.
Save the
I
wine,
saved the
always
wine.
save the wine.
Hid under the table. Jordan covers the mussels that we'd been eating up with a napkin. There was bird crap on us, like everywhere. It rained bird poop all over us, all over my poor little tchotchke. But the final photo is this. It turned out to be a fine day, and I think if you look really closely and zoom in, you can see bird poop in my hair, because I just kept drinking and going with it. But my Croatian story being, that's why you keep your tchotchkes, that's why you buy dumb things, because it's a really funny memory of me and my husband getting crapped on by thousands of pigeons in Croatia.
So,
Yes, questions, audience?
so the fish,
A fish.
hashtag paperweight, really has
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to do with the actual bird story.
No,
the fish and the bird are two separate things.
No, but if you look in that second photo, if you want to rewind anyone,
We
you
can't
can
do that. Are
see
you kidding me?
The
We don't
little
have the
fish.
technology.
We'll shut if we request a graphic right now. Fox 9 News at 5 will roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you at home want to rewind, in the photo of all the pigeons, you can see this little market with this fish in it behind me.
That,
The moral of the story,
That
run,
is
run.
the flimsiest connection between item and tell. But I
Okay.
applaud you.
Thank you. So if you ever think that it might be fun to
Yeah.
eat around a bunch of pigeons.
Oh, Leo did it!
Thanks,
Thanks,
Leo. See in the
Leo.
very
Look.
background. You can see it somewhere.
The market. You
The little
don't even
market.
know where it is.
No, I saw it when I found the
Oh,
photo.
my
Anyway,
goodness.
when people run that are locals, run because the pigeons are coming.
Yeah. And Jeff and Ted, am I the only one too that I love how Jordan didn't try to protect his wife like in that moment?
The muscles.
He protected the muscles.
Yeah, we were hungry.
Yeah.
I saved the wine. I
Yeah.
mean,
Atta girl. Jeff, you're next.
Well, instead of Croatia, I'm going to take you to the exotic locale of my hometown, which is Heron Lake, Minnesota, southwestern Minnesota.
Hey.
So my show and tell is older than Kendall. It was when I was in high school. And Ted asked the other day, because we were talking about Kendall's head size when the hat story.
Yeah.
And I said, well, they had to special order the football helmet for me when I was on the football team in high school. 'Cause
No.
I have a huge noggin.
No.
What? I didn't bring my helmet in, but
Oh.
I have my
Yes!
jersey from high school.
75.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow, and your name.
I have the home and away jersey.
Wow.
Oh, there's different jerseys?
Yes.
Jason, do
Well,
you know what
otherwise
numbers?
everyone has the same color.
Oh, I don't
Home
know.
was the black one and away was the white one.
Oh.
And then I think we have a picture.
Oh, yes.
No.
So
You look like
wait.
Rudy.
can I just point out, I've always kind of been into my hair. If you look at the hairstyle, so that was after practice. We took photos, and I had to make sure that I went and got my hair wet and styled it.
Of course you did. Look at that.
So that was 1992. The Heron Lake Okabena Lakefield Silver Bullets.
Wow.
Was my high school
Wow.
football team.
Color me impressed.
Told
Ted,
you I was sporty.
That is everything I had hoped it would be.
everything.
Touche.
I mean, literally. That, to Jeff, I mean, we could end the show right here.
Well, you know.
I mean, I don't know how Ted and I are going to.
Yeah.
Ted, and you're all by yourself next, buddy. You're
I
Probably
know.
has another paperweight, for all we know.
just like Kendall will never live down her swing in the snake, Ted will never live down his show and tell where he showed a paperweight.
Where can you buy that again, Ted?
We don't care.
Uh,
More show and tell with
Antiques.
the Jason Show staff when we return. Back in a moment. Oh, we are joined by the,
Yes.
Oh, he put it on! No way. That
Glorious.
is glorious.
Still fits.
Still fits after all these years.
Starting at right guard, number
No,
75.
I was left tackle.
Oh, I was
Oh.
gonna ask Jason if he knew what area of the football field
I
he would
have
have
no
played on.
idea.
at
I
number
don't even know. He
75.
just said, what did you say, right ankle? What did you say?
Left tackle.
Left tackle? I don't know what
Left
that is.
tackle.
I have no
It's a
idea.
nose tackle. There's a right.
We're celebrating National Show and Tell Day at work by doing a little show and tell. And now, I got to tell you, Ted gets this whole segment to himself.
Ooh.
Take it away, Ted. And wrap yourself, by the way.
Of course. So, as some people know, I moved into a new house.
Yes,
That-
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Homeowner.
Thank you. And I was looking for a new bed. I had a bed for like 10 years, and it was time for a change. So I was looking online, and I was like, why not check out one of these bed in a boxes, right? What are they about? Because they're all over online if you look anywhere. So anyways, I picked out the Wink bed, made in Wisconsin. Leo, we can start the video. So made in Wisconsin. And you know, you can watch videos of the unboxing process online for like ever. So here we are. We're in my new master bedroom, and I am unboxing the Wink bed.
I could watch this for an hour.
Jeff, no wonder he gets the segment to himself. Okay.
And I'm not the handiest guy,
You
but
don't
you would
say.
think like opening up a box would be like really easy, and somehow I'm still like looking for directions and like trying to figure out how to do this. I have to go downstairs because I don't have a knife, so I find a screwdriver to open it up, and here it is.
Is this real time?
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my word.
There it is. How about
Wow.
that?
No frame?
No, well, the frame came later, so I do have a frame, but not here yet.
Okay.
So,
That just puffed up by itself?
just puffed up right by itself, and I think we do have a finished picture. There it is.
Wow.
And that is the best rug of all time, but that's neither here nor
Ted,
there.
did you get that rug at Home Goods?
No, I had the owner leave it.
Oh.
Ew. Okay.
There wasn't crime scene chalk on it, was there?
No. And I do have a bed frame, so I'm not sleeping on the floor anymore.
I mean, that was like the one frat boy question. Like, you buy a house and then you don't have a bed frame, Ted, but I'm proud of you.
Hey,
Right.
is it okay? So it's called Wink, as in Martindale.
Wink.
Yeah.
Wink bed.
And
Super comfortable. A lot of these bed in the boxes are just foam or memory foam. This thing's got springs in it, so I don't know how they like suck it down and crunch it up without screwing up the springs, but it's
They get a big vacuum sealer, don't they?
Yeah.
And they turn
Yeah.
on the vacuum?
I love that we're all trying to figure this out. Yeah. So it's Wink, from Wisconsin. So hashtag support local.
Yep.
It's comfortable. You love it.
Great sleep, great naps.
Should we wrap now?
Yep, we can wrap.
Perfect. After the break, it's my turn for staff show and tell when we return right after this. The wink. You won't be sorry. Welcome back. On this National Show and Tell at work, Show and Tell Day at work, we're celebrating with, well, the Jason Show staff. There's football player Jeff. There's Rudy, everyone. Look, there's Rudy. There's Ted, and then obviously there's the lovely Kendall and her wooden fish. Okay, so finally it's my turn. Obviously, speaking of Jeff, there's a spinning wheel of stories that I tell from time to time that Jeff always raises his eyebrows and goes, oh, here goes story number 4. And one of those stories is the fact that, in 1994, I worked at the Disney store in South Bend, Indiana. And I've loved Disney for as long as I can remember, and it was a dream to work in any capacity at Disney. So they were opening a store about an hour from my home, so I decided to go apply, and I got hired, and I was delighted until I was fired 2 months later for not being perky enough, which that's the story. But I often have referred to the training process that we had to go through before the store opened, and it's called traditions. And for the first time on our show, here is my training manual from 1995, the Disney Store Traditions Manual for Jason Matheson Traditions and Guest Services.
Do they know you have that?
What is that?
I don't know. Bob Iger will probably sue me in about 5 minutes.
You may not be allowed in the park.
I may not be allowed in the park anymore. Anyway.
How thick is that thing?
Look at this. This is thicker than Fox's training manual. Look
It
at this.
actually is.
It is. And there are questions, like you have to,
Give us a question.
okay, here, let me go to.
How long can your hair be?
Nothing about the Smurfs, so just about other
Okay, first of all, the Smurfs, that's a different intellectual property.
Who is with Snow
How
White?
dare you, Leatherhead? How
Potato.
Yeah, Leatherhead. Is that what the George Clooney movie was called? Yeah. Anyway. Oh, you know what I'll do? Look at this. Leo, take this shot. Let's cover the Disney Store look. You had a very specific code of honor as far as what you could look like. Here we go. Costume. Our costume creates one of the first impressions of the organization for our guests. The costume must be kept clean and neat at all times. Remember, when you're wearing your costume, you're playing a role in our show. Yeah.
Poetic. Really?
As far as questions, let's see here, like trivia. Oh, like we had to memorize, like all of the, look at this. We had to memorize all of the characters in all of the animated movies. Look at this.
Wow.
All of them. And this is how I learned, remember my little magic trick, how to remember the 7 dwarves?
Yeah.
It's 2 S's, 2 D's, and 3 emotions. Sleepy, sneezy, dopey, doc, happy, bashful, grumpy. 1995, and I still have it.
Wow. Why do you still have that?
Why do you still have that fish?
I got it
Okay, let's calm it down.
like 3 years ago.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
She has left the building, everybody. No, you know what? I think it's because it holds such a great memory and a sad and a funny memory. I obviously wasn't laughing at the time when they fired me.
I have a question about the firing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what was the tipping point for you not being perky enough?
Well, you're during the store opening, they give you like a 90-day trial period. And the manager right from the first class of traditions, I could tell that the general manager and I were not
Clicking.
clicking.
Did you roll your eyes?
Did I what? I'm sorry?
Did you roll your eyes at it?
Are you speaking from personal experience as my superior or my husband? Yeah. Anyway, but no, we didn't click, and so I think right away I was pegged. But I took it so seriously. Like I learned all the facts. I learned the premiere dates of all the movies. I took it so seriously, and yeah, I guess I was in a quiet mood one day. And at the end of that shift, I was called into the back room, and I had to give up my Mickey Mouse.
How perky was everyone else?
Very perky, Ted. Very perky. But she said, this isn't going to work out. You're not quite perky. You're not perky, and you don't fit in. And I got up to walk out, and she goes, no, you have to give up your cardigan. And it was a Mickey Mouse, it was a cardigan with a big M on it. So I had to give her my cardigan. And then she goes, and by the way, those khakis are ours as well. You can send them back to us. I had to send them back my khakis.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Didn't
So-
they have like classes, like perky classes you could go to?
Perky classes?
Well, to be perkier.
No. No.
We don't all need perky classes, Jeff.
No. I thought, and I don't know what, I'm serious, I didn't know what I did wrong. I mean, see, look at this. I had to write down these answers. Look, one of the trivia, you don't have to take it, Leo. Walt Disney began his career in Hollywood with the Disney Brothers Studio in what year? 1923.
How does this help sell like a Mickey Mouse stuffed animal?
A good question. My final question here before we go to break. You are expected to talk to people as they're standing in line. You're supposed to go up if there was like a line of 4. The expectation is you go up and you go, "Hi, Kendall. Who's your favorite Disney character?" Now, this is Jeff's nightmare and mine now too.
Leave me alone.
I want to be left
find it,
alone
yeah.
now. I do. Really, I want to be left alone. Please. But I'd have to go up and go, Kendall, and if you would say Snow White, I would go, well, did you know a fun way to say the 7 dwarfs? That's what they want you to do.
So what I'm learning from this is if you don't want someone to ask you questions while you're in line, just completely ignore them and they'll move on.
Yeah, and then they'll get fired. Give it up for Kendall, producer Ted, and executive producer Jeff. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us, everyone. Kendall, what movie was released in 1928?